Radhe Radhe everyone. So I hope I am audible, right? Like from my end, it shows that I am properly audible and visible also, right? A little bit of changes on the thumbnail. So yeah, I hope this works good. Okay, so everything is fine. Okay, so I'm not lagging also. I'm properly audible. Uh, Maybe not much people watching this at this moment, but yeah, we can think that there will be people joining us. Okay, so let's get started with today's contest bi-weekly 158. First of all, like I would like to ask you guys out that how did it go really? Like from the last contest, I am feeling like Leetcode is actually rising its standards a lot. Like from the first question, it's a medium. Second question is a medium. The third question is a hard, and the fourth question is a hard. And even after doing that, there are so many people who are solving all the problems. I don't know, like if it's happening, that's good. Like earlier, what happened was like people who were doing the first two problems would be getting a good rank. Like whatever I used to perform earlier, I'm performing the same that I'm doing now. Okay, but it is not like I am at the same state. I obviously like with time I have improved, but still like I'm performing the same way. So uh, I don't know like what's happening with lead code these days. Do you guys agree with me? I think you guys should agree with me because the way these problems are getting harder day by day, it's too much, right? Like it's okay, you're making the first problem a medium one. It's okay, I get it. You don't want them to be easy. It's okay, good, read good. But I hope you're also working on the flag things. That's what I want to make clear. Okay, so let's move on with the first problem. That is maximize y sum by picking a triplet of distinct x values. Okay, you're given two integers x, y, two integer arrays x and y, each of length n. You must choose three distinct indices I, j, and k, where x of I not equal to x of j not equal to x of k, and x of k not equal to x of I, which means that all three of them are unique. Okay, your goal is to maximize the value of y of I plus y of j plus y of k under these conditions. Return the maximum possible sum that can be obtained by choosing such a triplet of indices. See, I don't know how optimized we can do this, how good we can do this, but since the moment I see that there is an n lesser than equal to 10 to the power 5, the first thing that should come to any competitive programmer's mind, it is like it's a big O n log n approach, right? So big O n log n approach. So like what is the first thing that comes to your mind when you're talking about big O n log n? Sorting. And what is the first thing that would come to your mind when you're talking about sorting? Greedy, right? So it's a greedy approach. Without beating around the bush, I'm just straight away telling you that it's a greedy approach. Okay. Now, how to understand like how this greedy approach is working? Okay. It's like what it is telling us that you have to maximize the sum of y of I, y of j plus y of k, and the corresponding indices for x, they should also be unique. Okay, they should be unique, and y of I plus y of j. So I'll just use Excalibur to make you guys understand what this question is trying to tell us, what this question is trying to convey us rather. Okay, okay, this is the Kafka thing. Huh? Okay, see, it is telling us that we are having two arrays. Okay, you're having two arrays wherein uh, both of them are having the same length. So what you can choose is you can choose any three distinct element from set, and all these the value of all these elements have to be different. Okay, they have to be different. Now since that they are different, so the corresponding values of y you have to add them up. Okay, you add them up, and your answer should be after adding them up, your answer should be the maximum that is possible. Okay, so now how to do it? See, first of all, I just showed you that this is x and this is y, right? Now one thing is very clear, that every x is amalgamated with y, or rather, let's say it is like I don't know how many of you guys have seen that favestic ad. Okay, so what happens in the favestic ad is like every element of x, like sorry, not every element of x. Like there's a ad where it shows that there are two people who get stuck and they can't be like removed from each other, right? So over here also we're going to do the same thing. We are going to apply some favestic over here. Okay, in between them we are going to apply some favestic so that both of them get stuck. But what we can do is we can break this. Okay, break these rather. Okay, now that since you can break these, what you can do is after you've amalgamated, so let's say it is now xy. Okay, so the xy will look somewhat like this, right? It will look somewhat like this. Now that the amalgamation has been done, now you have to try dividing it. Okay, so you can either take this or this block, right? Or this block. And remember one thing, for every block, this has to be unique. Okay, and you have to find the maximum triplet. Now, since you have to find the maximum triplet, what is the greedy approach telling us? So, just sort it out. Just sort the blocks out on the basis of this second element. Okay, the y of I elements. You can sort it out. So, once you're done with the sorting, so the maximum y of I is at the beginning and the minimum y of I is at the end, right? So, first of all, what you can do is you can take the maximum y of I, undoubtedly, without even looking at anything. Okay, just take it. So, you have taken it. Okay, now what you have to do is this value that you get over here, you can put that into some set or map. Okay, you can put that into some set or map so that you know that you have already taken a value corresponding to that, and you can't take that same value again, right? Am I right or not? Because one value, it should be giving us the biggest number that it can supply. Okay, so I'm going to take this. After that, I go on traversing and check if this number is present in set. I can't take it. But if this number is not present on set, yeah, I will obviously take it. And once I am done with taking three elements, okay, once I am done with taking three elements, I can simply say that, yeah, I am done with it. I want to stop now. Okay. So is this clear? Is this whole thing clear? This is the logic. Guys, just be a little bit more responsive in the live chat. I hope everyone is able to. Like, guys, just be a little bit more responsive in the live chat. I hope everyone is able to comment, right? Even if you're not able to comment, so I'll just raise a poll. Are you guys able to chat? No. Why is it no? shouldn't be like this. You know what happens, like when I'm streaming now, if I search on internet anything, it lags because the like multi-threading concepts. You guys watch this guy? This is damn guy, Shratap Kambur. You guys are really not able to chat. Come on, dude. Shows me 9 people are watching this, and if you guys are, just tell me like, okay, like obviously if you guys are able to chat. Okay, just do one thing. If you guys haven't subscribed to me yet, just subscribe. Just press the subscribe button, and then check if you guys can like drop a chat or not. Okay. Ma'am, you guys are able to chat. Why are you saying no, man? You wasted my time, dude. Damn, dude. Anand, you're able to chat, right? Man, there are 3 votes. Anand, can you tell? Like, okay, Anand, can you tell me if you have like, if you're subscribed to me or not? Because like there are people who are not able to chat. Okay, you have subscribed me. And like, is it like you have subscribed me or? Yeah, like man, yeah, I've turned on subscribers only. So you guys are like, oh no, I can't chat. Okay, okay, no, no problem, no issues. I'll just turn on anybody. Don't worry about it. Like, get it, man. Now check if you guys are able to chat or not. Okay. Guys, I want a response from your side. That is. Okay, why is it so? Okay, I think like okay, so this has been set as my default. Okay, the subscriber only has been set as my default. So just do one thing. Like if you think that my content is not good and not worth it, it's okay. You don't have to subscribe my channel. It's okay. But just subscribe it while I am live streaming so that like you, if there, in case there is some doubt, you guys can ask me. Okay, because it is also done to any duration. Like the moment you subscribe, your chat will be enabled. Okay. Okay, just do that, man. Just do it. Okay. So I am assuming, but I don't know why I can't. Even if I'm saving this, it is getting automatically turned to this subscriber. Okay, so it is not getting saved. Okay, so yeah, not in my hands, man. Okay, so this is what I was trying to explain you in the first question. Okay, so I'll just go on with the code. Okay, I'll just go on with the code. The code is very simple. Okay, no rocket science over here. I'm taking an amalgamated array of xy. I'm traversing throughout the whole thing, and I'm making x of xy this is equal to xy and y of I. Then I'm sorting it on the basis of the second element, and then I'm having a counter. A count of 0. So this is basically like to check whether I have traversed 3 unique numbers or not. Okay, and answer is equal to 0. So now I'm having a map. You could have also used a set in case of this over here. Not a big issue. And then I'm checking that if it is greater than equal to 3, which is actually, even if I make it equal to, it works. So once it is equal to 3, what you can do is you can break it up, because like I have done with the 3 elements. I've got the triplets, and if map doesn't contain that specific number, then only you can add it to the answer. Otherwise, you can't. And once you add it to the answer, you also increase the count value by 1. Okay, and at every position you have to put into the map x y of I of 0. That's it. And if it's like, it may happen that there are not enough numbers to make a triplet also. Like you can have maximum 1 number, or you can have maximum 2 numbers. You can't have 3 numbers. So in that case, you have to return -1. Okay. So if it is 3, answer. Otherwise, -1. I hope this is clear, right? Should I move on to the next question? B. Can you explain me the second one, DP memorization? Yeah, I will explain. I will explain. Okay. So best time to buy and sell stock 5. So this is the fifth one. So earlier there was best. It started with best time to buy and sell stock. Then the second version came, the third version, the fourth version, and now the fifth version. Okay. And when the fourth version came, that was also on a Leetcode contest. Okay, that was also on a Leetcode contest. I remember that. Okay, so you're given. Uh, you're given an integer array prices, where price of I is the price of a stock in dollars on the ith date, and an integer k. You're allowed to make at most k transactions, where each transaction can be either of the following: a normal transaction or a short selling transaction. What is normal transaction? It means that you buy some stocks on a day of I, and on some days after that, that is on a later day j, you sell the stock. Okay, that is price of j minus price of I. It is your profit. Otherwise, what you can do is you can have a short selling transaction. That is, you can sell on day I and buy on day J. Okay, which makes your profit price of I minus price of J. The opposite of this. So this one thing that is very much evident from here, that you are never going to have a loss, right? You will never have a loss. It will be either a profit or neither profit, neither loss. Because like if you find that one day the stock is worth more than it was few days back, so you will sell it. And if you find that someday the value of the stock is less than it was some day back, so what you can do is you can uh, buy it. Okay, you can buy it, and from that day you can sell it. So that is a short selling transaction. Okay, this is not practically possible, but yeah, that is what we are doing. Note that you must complete each transaction before starting another. Additionally, you can't buy or sell on the same day you are selling or buying back as part of the previous transaction. Okay, so what does it mean? Let's say you have an array. Okay, this is going to give you the prices, right? This has the prices. Now that you know that what are the prices, what you can do is at any position, like just think about it like this. Okay, you can have key transactions at most. So how do you define a transaction? A transaction can be like you. Okay, this is a window. Okay, and this is a window, and then let's say this is a window, and let's say this is a window also, or rather this is a window. Does the question mention anything about cooldown between each transaction? There is no cooldown. If there would have been a cooldown, then in that case it will be more complex actually. Like it's nothing. It's like for now what we are doing is we are having a 2D DP. Okay, in that case we would be having a 3D DP. One is for the cooldown time. Okay, we could have had that. Okay, so this is, you have to think of it like this, that none of the transactions can coincide with each other, and you can't buy and sell on the same day, which is basically another transaction is going to coincide with each other. So it is like you are having various windows, and what you can do is you can buy or sell on some day. Okay, or let's say for my better being, I would consider this as a window. Okay, so there are various windows over here. So how do you find the profit? The profit is the absolute value, the absolute difference between these and this element, right? Which means that if you buy your stock at this point and sell your stock at this point, it will be something. And if you sell your stock at this point and buy your stock at this point, it will be minus of that, right? So what is it better? It's better to keep whichever is giving you profit, not a loss. So it's obviously better that you keep the absolute difference between the two extremes. Okay, right? This is what you have to do. Now you have to think of three cases. Okay, first case, you're not doing any transaction. Okay, that is, let's say this one. This is this cell. In this cell, you're not doing any transaction. Okay. Well, in this cell, what you're doing is you're selling at this position and buying at this position. But in this cell, what you're doing is buying at this position and selling at this position. Okay. So it can be a transaction like this is happening at this moment, or a transaction like this is happening at this moment. Okay. So how many states are there? It is like either a cell is having no transaction, or a normal transaction. Sorry, yeah, a normal transaction, or a short selling transaction, right? Yeah, short selling transaction. So there are three possibilities, right? So one thing is very much clear, that the DP is going to have a specific dimension which will be 3. And what is the first dimension? It is K. Okay, or rather K plus 1. Okay, so it is K plus 1. 3. This 3 is this 3. Okay, these 3 conditions. Sorry, not this one. these three conditions. Okay. And this key plus one is just to have a track of the number of transactions that you're doing. Okay. So are you getting the overview of it? Okay. You're getting the overview. I am sure you're getting the overview of it. Okay. Now think of it like this. That if you're having normally the DP, it's not going to work that good, right? It's not going to work that good. So what can you do? You can have a new DP, which you can call a transaction DP, which is going to be copied into this DP. So for every transaction, you are having a transaction DP. Okay. Now this is a type of question, like every DP question, what I feel is, it is better to start with the code. Okay. It is better to start with the code. Okay. Okay. So this is what I have done is like, okay. So first of all, what I mentioned, the profit is max.app prices of I minus price of T. Okay. This is clear. I won't remove it because these are the initial thoughts that comes to your mind while you're coding, right? So you can have at most k partitions. So I just converted this question from a stock perspective to a partition perspective. Okay, and you have to maximize the profit. Initially, what came into my mind was you can have I, okay, that is you are at that specific position. K, that is the number of transactions that you have done till now, and 0 or 1 based on like whether a transaction is in progress or not. Okay, but this idea it's not a good idea. Okay, why is it not a good idea? Because 0 and 1 alone it can't help me. Okay, if it would have been like you can only buy and then sell stocks, then 0 and 1 would be helping me. But now what is the condition? It is not buying and selling stocks. It is you can buy and sell stocks as well as sell and buy stocks. So it's a very bad thing. It's a very bad concept. We can't go for it. What we can do is we can have a DP as I just mentioned. Okay, K plus 1 3. And what I can do is for all the elements I can fill them up with minimum value. Okay, so that it is like it is not reachable. Minimum value means it is not reachable. Okay, and then for every position that is starting T of 0, it is 0. Why is it so? Because what does 0 mean? 0 means that you are not doing any transaction at that specific time. So if you are not doing any transaction at that time, okay, so first of all, I think I forgot to mention what this means. So this is the condition of 0, this is the condition of 1, and this is the condition of 2. Okay. So 0 means 0. So you're not doing any transactions, we are well and good enough, right? And in the first position, if you are if you are selling stocks, you're getting a profit, right? You will be getting a profit. Okay, I think I did the wrong thing. You're getting a profit. If you're selling stocks, you're getting a profit. If you're buying stocks, you're okay. So the first thing is the buying one. Oh yeah, right. The first thing is the buying one. So if you're buying a stock, so you're at a loss, right? So you're at a loss of prices of I. That is your loss of price of 0. And if you're selling a stock, you're at a profit of price of I 0. Okay, clear? So these are the initial values. Now for every transaction, that is like not transaction basically, it's like for every position, I am having a TDP, that is a transaction DP, which I will be superimposing on the DP. Okay, but not now. I won't hamper the DP. This I'm doing because I don't want to hamper the DP at a very early stage. Okay, I just want to have because I can bear with some extra space. My code doesn't demand that. Okay, I have to be very much uh, conservative about the spaces. Okay, I can deal with some extra spaces over here, right? So I will deal with some extra spaces. So I am having a TDP of the same dimension, and I am doing the same thing. I am copying the value of DP to TDP. Okay. Now what I am doing is and for every transaction I'm going to check for every transaction. So what is the profit one? Profit one is basically one of the conditions. Why can't I go directly? This is getting hidden because of the chat now. I'll do one thing, I'll just put the chat over here for something. See, profit one is basically nothing but whichever is the minimum value. If TDP is a minimum value, so let it be minimum value. What does it mean? That if TDP T of 1, it is not reachable. Remember one thing I just told you, that if it is the minimum value, that means it is not reachable. So if it is not reachable, keep it not reachable. We are good enough with it. If it is reachable, then TDP T of 1 plus prices of I. That is, you were buying that stock, now you are selling that stock. So you are getting a profit of prices of I. And profit 2 is the second condition. Okay, that is, you were, if it is not reachable, keep it not reachable. But if it is reachable, then you're selling that stock. You're buying that stock. So you're having a loss of price of I. But remember one thing, this loss, it may seem to be a loss, but it's a profit. Okay, because earlier you have done a bigger profit than this loss. Okay, now what? एक मीट कर सकता हूँ आपके साथ, मेरी रेटिंग इंक्रीज नहीं हो रही, मेरे 1-2 क्वेश्चन ही बनते हैं, थर्ड और फोर्थ लाइक मैंने टीएलई के कोर्स से सब कॉन्सेप्ट कर लिया है, बट उनके एकदम न्यू क्वेश्चन नहीं कर पाता भाई। आज का तो मेरा भी 2 ही क्वेश्चन बना है, ठीक है, आई विल वेरी मच ऑनेस्ट, आज का मेरा भी 2 ही क्वेश्चन बना है। थर्ड क्वेश्चन आई थिंक आई गॉट अ टीएलई। ओके, देख रहे हैं 789 आउट ऑफ 823 केसेस सैटिस्फाइड। तो टीएलई तो भाई मेरा भी है, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है भाई, आराम से हो जाएगा, इतना स्ट्रेस मत ले। हाँ फिर ठीक है, आज था भाई, आज हार्ड क्वेश्चन, हार्ड था कॉन्टेस्ट। लाइक अगर बन रहा है ना लोगों का, तो इट्स गुड, दे आर प्रैक्टिसिंग गुड। ऐसा क्यों लगता है मुझे कि मतलब जब तक मैं इंग्लिश में समझा रहा होता ना, मतलब लोग थोड़ा शांत रहते हैं। जिस मोमेंट में मैंने शुरू किया ना हिंदी में, भाई ऐसे भाई आ जाते हैं लोग कहाँ से, है ना। टॉपिक वाइज ज्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट होती है या रैंडम? ज्यादा इम्प्रूवमेंट पहले देखो, पहले तुमको टॉपिक वाइज करना पड़ेगा, ठीक है, बट आई स्टार्टेड विद रैंडम अप्रोच, ठीक है, नाउ आई एम डूइंग टॉपिक वाइज, so it's up to you whatever you want to do, but you have to do both. Like you can't do, like if you're doing random, थोड़ा बेसिक टॉपिक वाइज नॉलेज होना चाहिए, क्योंकि मेरा क्या हुआ था ना, लाइक आई वाज डूइंग रैंडम एंड बाय डूइंग प्रॉब्लम्स which I couldn't do, I came across various algorithms. जैसे एक ऐसा एल्गोरिथम है, अब जो अभी मुझे याद नहीं है प्रॉपर उसका क्या एल्गोरिथम है, बट उसका नाम याद है मुझे, इट इज कॉल्ड मैनेकर्स एल्गोरिथम, ठीक है। वो ना उस पर यूज होता है, लॉन्गेस्ट पैलिंड्रोमिक सबस्ट्रिंग LSP, उस पर यूज होता है, वो बिग O में कर देते हैं, जो कि लाइक तुमको किसी इंटरव्यू में ये पूछेगा भी नहीं, बट जस्ट बिकॉज आई सॉ दैट एडिटोरियल ऑफ दैट, आई केम टू नो अबाउट दिस इज एन एल्गोरिथम ओवर देयर। अब जस्ट बिकॉज ये तुमको किसी इंटरव्यू में नहीं पूछेगा, तो तुमको कोई DSA वाले शीट में ये मिलेगा भी नहीं, मैनेजर्स एल्गोरिथम, ठीक है, तुमको नॉर्मल एल्गोरिथम से मिलेगा, लेकिन अगर तुम थोड़ा डेप्थ में जाते हो तो मिल जाएगा, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है। तो इट्स लाइक अ कॉम्बिनेशन ऑफ बोथ, दोनों में बैलेंस बना के रखो, करो। ऐसा कुछ नहीं है कि भाई ये ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट है, पहले रैंडम कर लो फिर जाके टॉपिक करो, जो मैं कर रहा हूँ, ठीक है, जो मैं अभी वही कर रहा हूँ। अब मेरे से ना वो मैं रैंडम नहीं कर रहा हूँ, मैं क्या कर रहा हूँ ना, मैं हो गया मेरा रैंडम, ठीक है, आई एम डन विद इट, नाउ आई हैव स्टार्टेड विद स्ट्राइवर शीट, आई एम डूइंग स्ट्राइवर शीट। अभी वो हो तो नहीं पाता है कंप्लीटली, बट चलो वो वीकेंड पे थोड़ा कर लेता हूँ, आज तो सैटरडे को लीडकोड वाला पड़ गया, वरना मैं अभी वो स्ट्राइवर ही कर रहा होता। सोच रहा हूँ नेक्स्ट 7 to 8 मंथ्स में डीपी ग्राफ भी अच्छे से टॉपिक वाइज कर लूँ, देन ग्रीडी बाइनरी सर्च को टारगेट करूँ, कर लो, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। 7 to 8 months is more than enough to master DP, I mean master DSA, ठीक है, बट अगर तुम उस पर पूरा ध्यान डाल रहे हो, जो कि ऑब्वियसली पॉसिबल नहीं है, अगर टुडे यू गिव द एड कोडर कॉन्टेस्ट, it was like I think थोड़ी ही देर पहले था, right? It was just a few minutes ago, but totally forgot about Biweekly. I saw the ad coder contest, but I thought कि लो I will give the Biweekly because uh, थोड़ा टायर्ड हो जाता हूँ यार, दो दे नहीं पाऊंगा, क्योंकि वही है ना कि मेरा कि एड कोडर दे दूंगा ना 5:30 टुडे, हाँ 5:30 राइट, तो वही है ना एड कोडर का कि आई थिंक इट वाज एंडिंग एट जस्ट 7:30 राइट, आई थिंक इट वाज एंडिंग एट 7:30 इफ आई एम नॉट रॉन्ग, एंड दिस वाज आज का फोर्थ हाफ कर लिया था, पर रॉन्ग आंसर आ गया। अच्छा एड कोडर, अच्छा आज का फोर्थ हाफ कर लिया था, डू यू मीन लीड कोड? भाई मैंने तो फोर्थ गया भी नहीं यार, शिट यार, इजी तो नहीं था ना भाई, अगर इजी होगा ना मैं, शिट यार, मैं डायरेक्ट थर्ड देख लिया। अच्छा ओके, सो वेयर आई वाज एक्सप्लेनिंग, ठीक है, तो इट इज लाइक कि हाँ चलो इधर तक तो मैंने एक्सप्लेन कर दिया, तुमको लग रहा है कि लॉस है, बट ये लॉस नहीं है। और डीपी ऑफ टी ऑफ जीरो इज बेसिकली नथिंग बट whichever is maximum zero, right? It may happen that you are having a loss, it was feeling like even not having a loss, but it is a loss, so if it is a loss it's better to not do any transaction only, just sit idle, okay? If it's a loss, sit idle, don't do anything, keep it zero, okay? So it is either that or TDP of T of 0, that is what you're having for TDP of T of 0, and or whichever is maximum, the profit 1 or profit 2, so whichever profit is going to give you a better, because you know one thing, like after this position, now at this moment that you are done with it, so now you are having no transaction, you are at the no transaction phase, so you can modify it, okay? This is the no transaction phase। भाई अगर लोगों से बी भी बन रहा है ना, इट्स अ कमेंडेबल जॉब मैन, ओके? नाउ इफ t is equal to 0, मतलब व्हाट इफ कि भाई मैं फर्स्ट ही एलिमेंट में हूँ, तब क्या करूंगा? dp of 0 of 1, dp of 0 of 2, जो भी था वही रहेगा, लेकिन व्हाट इफ आफ्टर ट्रैवर्सिंग b नहीं बना मेरे से, हाँ, तो व्हाट इफ आफ्टर ट्रैवर्सिंग tdp ये जो है ना, दिस इज गोइंग टू, व्हाट इफ ये इससे ज्यादा हो गया, ठीक है, या फिर व्हाट इफ ये इससे ज्यादा हो गया, तो यू विल रिप्लेस इट, because earlier what was it? It was prices of I. So what you can do is, instead of having it as prices of I, you could have also keeping it as dp of 0 of I. Not an issue, not an issue at all, okay? So whichever is maximum, keep it, okay? Well and good enough, chalo next question, next part, else कि अगर if t is not equal to 0, that means I can have a t minus I earlier। अब आते हैं प्रॉफिट 3 एंड प्रॉफिट 4, 1800 19900 रेटिंग करने के लिए कैसे प्रैक्टिस करनी चाहिए? अंधा प्रैक्टिस करना चाहिए, ठीक है? मैं तो बोलता हूँ कि भाई मैं अभी तक इवन एट दिस मोमेंट आई फील कि मैं बहुत कम प्रैक्टिस करता हूँ, ठीक है? हो नहीं पाता, वो ऑब्वियस सी बात है, लाइक आई थिंक आशीष तुम इसमें हो ना, तुम आई थिंक यू आर इन सेकंड या थर्ड ईयर ना, तुमसे बन जाएगा, ठीक है? तुमसे प्रैक्टिस करने का तुमको टाइम मिल रहा है, और प्रैक्टिस करने का मतलब ये नहीं कि भाई बकचोदी छोड़ देंगे यार, ऐसा नहीं है, बकचोदी करो यार, कॉलेज लाइफ ही है, 6 सेम में वही है ना कि बकचोदी करो, सब कुछ रखो, थर्ड ईयर में हो तुम, करो आराम से चीजें, ठीक है? ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा भाई, अगर तू 6 सेम में है ना, तो ऐसा नहीं बोलूंगा कि बहुत टाइम है। अच्छा, you were not able to do F and you expect me to do F? ओके, कहा था यार, मैं भूल जाता हूँ, प्रॉफिट 3 और प्रॉफिट 4, ठीक है? तो प्रॉफिट 3 is TDP of T minus 1, 0 is equal to round dot min value. If it is not teachable, keep it not teachable. Otherwise, whatever there is till that position, अब उसमें से तुम prices आई ले लो, that is you buy prices, that is you buy at this moment. Okay, इसका मतलब है buy. Otherwise you can also sell. ठीक है, either you buy या फिर sell works. Now if you are buying तो वो कहाँ जाएगा? On state 1, right? I just explained. 1 means पहले buy होगा. अगर if you are buying, it goes on state 1. If you are selling, it goes on state. So is this अच्छा हाँ अभी तो नहीं बोलूँगा. Is it clear? Because at the end what you have to do is nothing else but long answer is equal to 0, I is equal to 0 to k, and whichever is maximum. Okay, so 0 से k तक whichever is maximum. क्लियर है ये चीज? क्या कर रहा हूँ मैं डीपी में? सारे स्टेप्स के लिए देख रहा हूँ कि अगर चलो व्हाट इफ आई हैड ओनली पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ मेकिंग 1 ट्रांजैक्शन, हो गया. व्हाट इफ आई हैड द पॉसिबिलिटी ऑफ मेकिंग 2 ट्रांजैक्शंस, हो गया. 3 ट्रांजैक्शंस, हो गया. डॉट 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 टिल k ट्रांजैक्शंस. ओके, और व्हाट इफ आई हैड 0 ट्रांजैक्शंस, वो भी देखना है. ठीक है, दैट इज आल्सो ट्रेड ऑफ, बट ऑब्वियसली यू वोंट be taking this trade off. You can start from 1. Okay, clear है? Is this clear with you guys? Is it still active? Okay, is it still active? And why is it showing like active contest this? Or this is a different one? Oh, okay, sorry. Not this one. This one, now. 6, 7. Right, this one. Yeah, I got it. So what type of contest is that? That the one that is active right now? It is MC Digital Programming Contest at Coder Heuristic. Wow. Man, okay, the fifth F1, right? Tasks. Connecting points. What is this? UNV. Man, this seems to be very tough. Okay, I can't do it. I will just work on it like later on. It's like, you know, like I get too tired easily these days. Like I don't think I'm really doing CP a lot these days ना, तो उतना नहीं होता मेरे से वो दिमाग काम करवाना नहीं हो पाता. चलो ये बताता हूँ मैं, ठीक है? ये भी है भाई, ये भी है. I am realizing this. And weekly देने के बाद भी आता है, पता है क्यों? कि जल्दी उठ जाता हूँ. It's like either रात को दे रहा हूँ तो नींद आ जा रहा है क्योंकि रात को दे रहा हूँ, और सुबह दे रहा हूँ तो नींद आ जा रहा है क्योंकि बहुत जल्दी उठ रहा हूँ. भाई पूरा फक अप हो चुका है. Like maximize subarray GCD score. You given an array of positive integers nums and an integer k, you may perform at most key operations. In each operation, you can choose one element in the array and double its value. Okay, each element can be doubled at most once. The score of a continuous subarray is defined as a product of its length and the greatest common divisor of all its elements. Okay. Your task is to return the maximum score that can be achieved by selecting a continuous subarray. What does it mean? It means that you are having an array, and like you can choose any k elements, at most k elements, and multiply them with 2, such that like you have to such that what happens is like if you're counting for all subarrays, the GCD of the subarray into the length of the subarray, and let's say that is the score of every subarray. So the maximum score among all the subarrays is maximized. ठीक है, एक एग्जांपल दे देता हूँ 357 से 357, ठीक है। क्या दिया होता है इसमें, k का वैल्यू है 2, क्लियर। चलो k का वैल्यू है 2। अब इनिशियली तो भाई एक चीज वेरी एविडेंट है, अगर k का वैल्यू 2 है, व्हाट यू कैन डू इज इट विल बी 4 ना, 14 ए 14 कैसे? अच्छा अच्छा अच्छा, सॉरी सॉरी, माय मिस्टेक, क्यों नहीं आ सकता 14? देखो क्या कर सकते हो तुम, बहुत कुछ कर सकते हो, ठीक है। So you can either make two elements multiplied with 2, you can have one element multiplied with 2, you can have none of the elements multiplied with 2. So you can have this as 14, okay. So this is a possible thing. But what if ऐसा होता कि सोचो this would be 6, this was 6 and this was 6 and this is 3, and this is 3, ठीक है। तो इसका आंसर क्या होगा, एनी गेसेस, इसका आंसर क्या होगा? इसका आंसर होगा 6 into 3 18, ठीक है। I can make this 6 and make this 6. So देखो I am not explaining the answer for this, okay. First of all let me tell you, clarify, क्योंकि इसमें मुझे TLE आ चुका है, ठीक है। बहुत लंबा टेस्ट केस था, उसमें मुझे TLE आ चुका है, ठीक है। But what I was doing is, initially I had a thought कि let me have all the devices and I am going to check, like I have a GCD and check that कि सारे GCD, क्योंकि देखो what are the possible GCDs that you can have. If you find out the divisor of all the elements and their doubles, so you can know that what are the possible GCDs that you can have. तो after वो जो बन जा रहा है ना मेरा, so like ये जो अभी जो मैंने ये एक्सप्लेन किया, ठीक है, 6 3 3, अब 3 का क्या डिवाइजर्स है, 1 और 3, और 3 into 2 का क्या क्या डिवाइजर्स है, 3 into 2 है 6, ठीक है। 1 2 3 6 है ना, 6 का क्या क्या डिवाइजर है, 1 2 3 6, जो कि सेम ही है, ठीक है इससे। तो वी आर टेकिंग अ सेट जिसमें मैं ये सब डाल रहा हूँ, ठीक है। और फिर 6 into 2 12 का कितना होगा, 12 का होगा 1 तो होगा, 2 रहेगा, 4 आ जाएगा इस पे, और 12 आ जाएगा, ठीक है। फिर वापस 3 का ये, तो ये जो सेट बन गया ना 1 2 3 4 6 12, तो पहले आई विल ट्राई टू फाइंड की I have a GCD, I have to try to make a GCD of 1. What is the maximum length that I can have it for? देख लिया मैंने, done. GCD of 2, maximum length क्या है, देख लिया मैंने, multiply किया, मिल गया मुझे। 3 के लिए मिल गया मुझे, 6 के लिए, अब 6 के लिए सबसे बेस्ट होगा, ठीक है, कि वो maximum length हो जाएगा 3. तो 6 into 3 will be giving me the biggest one, that is 18, ठीक है। तो दिस इज व्हाट आई एम डूइंग, बट या चलो ये TLE आ गया, और इसका एडिटोरियल तो आ ही गया होगा अभी तक। आई जस्ट गिव इट अ चेक, अगर नहीं आते अच्छा वाला एक्सप्लेनेशन तो आई जस्ट स्टॉप द स्ट्रीमिंग एंड सोने चला, खाना वाना खा के सोने चला जाऊंगा भाई। can anyone tell me, like, is it true that Striver has left Google? लाइव करूँ या फिर पर्सनली करूँ? ठीक है। स्ट्राइवर का पता है क्या चीज है? स्ट्राइवर कंप्यूटर बीटेक इन 2020, बस 4 ही साल भरा है मेरे से। And this guy is doing like hell of a work, man. I don't know भाई, वो उस लेवल में पहुंचने के लिए मुझे क्या करना चाहिए। टुमारो कॉन्टेस्ट लाइव व्हेन? वही टाइम है। एग्जैक्टली, इज अ कैंडिडेट मास्टर इन कोड कोर्सेस। मैंने देखा था भाई उसका, वो जब ये हुआ था ना उसका, वो जब एक्सपर्ट बना था ना, he was in his college, ठीक है, when he was an expert, और आई थिंक वैसे कुछ था, ठीक है। तो मैं ना बहुत like when I was going through a very old videos of his channel, तो मैंने देखा एक पे ना वो डाला था कि एक्सपर्ट एट कोड कोर्सेस, ये सब चीजें। तो उस टाइम में मुझे लगा था कि चलो मुझे भी बनना है एक्सपर्ट, ठीक है। अभी तक बन पाया नहीं हूँ। मतलब ऐसे नहीं बन पाया, हाँ बन तो चुका था एक बार, और अपने ही गलती की वजह से वो डाल दिया। तो एनीवेज लाइक ऐसा होता है भाई, ऐसा कुछ ये नहीं है। आयोग बन जाएगा एक्सपर्ट जल्दी। हाँ सॉरी, इसमें डिस्कस क्यों नहीं दिख रहा? See, what I feel is like CP, DSA, development, everything is different, okay? एक सबका अलग है भाई। टॉप 100 रैंक में से 80 चीटर्स है। यही बात है ना, तुमसे ना वो मोटिवेशन छीन लेते हैं लोग इसकी वजह से। When ChatGPT was not there, I was also coding, right? मैं कोड कर रहा था उस टाइम भी। मेरे को रिजल्ट्स दिख रहा था कि आज मैंने ये कॉन्टेस्ट दिया, आज मेरा रैंक किया आया, आज मैंने ये क्वेश्चन बनाया। नेक्स्ट डे मैंने सेम क्वेश्चन, सेम कॉन्टेस्ट किया, चलो वही सेम चीज है। ग्राफ ऐसे स्ट्रेट जा रहा है, स्ट्रेट जा रहा है, अचानक से बढ़ गया, फिर वापस स्ट्रेट जा रहा है, अचानक से बढ़ गया। ये जो बढ़ रहा था ना, अब ना पता है क्या हो गया, अब नीचे गिर रहा है ग्राफ मेरा। आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग अबाउट रेटिंग, ठीक है। रेटिंग ठीक है, बढ़ रहा है वो, इट्स ओके, बढ़ रहा है कम रहा है वो, घट रहा है तो इट्स ओके, इट्स नॉट अ बिग डील, ठीक है। बट वो जो लर्निंग ग्राफ है ना, जो तुमको खुद को जज करना होता है, वो तुम देखते हो गिरते हुए, ठीक है। इट्स लाइक तुम सोचो, आज का जो कॉन्टेस्ट था, इसमें 2 क्वेश्चन था मीडियम, 2 क्वेश्चन था हार्ड। इवन आफ्टर हैविंग 2 हार्ड क्वेश्चंस, देयर आर सो मेनी सबमिशंस। लाइक इसमें सबमिशंस कितना है दिख रहा है तुमको? 1.2K। इस पे सबमिशंस कितना है? होगा भाई अच्छा खासा। 1.3K, चलो ये 1.2 ही समझ लो, 1.2K और ये 1.1K। ठीक है, ये वाला क्वेश्चन इजी था, मान लिया मैंने, ये उससे ज्यादा इजी था, दोनों 6 पॉइंट्स है, बट ये ओके, कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, मान लिया। बट हार्ड क्वेश्चन इज समथिंग ना जो बन जाता है ना, तो तुमको ऐसा लगता है कि चलो 2K के अंदर तो रैंक पक्का है, ठीक है, एक भी हार्ड क्वेश्चन बन जाता है। rather let's see, like अगर एक भी हार्ड क्वेश्चन बन रहा है ना तुमसे, इट इज 1K के अंदर रैंक पक्का है भाई, सॉरी 1K के अंदर रैंक पक्का है, ऐसा लग जाता है। और इधर दो क्वेश्चन है, दो हार्ड क्वेश्चन है, जिनमें से इफ आई एम टेकिंग द मिनिमम जो कि 1.194, दैट इज 1.2K, तो 1.2K लोगों का दो हार्ड क्वेश्चन बन रहे हैं। पीपल हु डोंट लाइक एवरेज, अगर तुम कोड कर रहे हो ना कभी भी कहीं पे भी, वही बात है ना कि अगर तुम एवरेज कोड भी कर रहे हो ना कहीं पे भी, इट्स लाइक यू कोड 3 मीडियम क्वेश्चन एंड तो तब जाके तुम एक हार्ड क्वेश्चन छूटते हो, ठीक है, अदरवाइज यू डोंट इवन टच दोस क्वेश्चंस। एग्जैक्टली, 3 क्वेश्चन करके 500 रैंक आता था। आई स्टिल रिमेम्बर, मैंने एक बार आई गॉट अ 60, a rank of 60, बाद में पता चला वो ग्लिच था, ठीक है, बट आई गॉट अ रैंक ऑफ 60। और पता है वो 60 से कैसे गिर गया नीचे, इट वाज लाइक जब मेरा कॉन्टेस्ट खत्म हो रहा था ना, आफ्टर द कॉन्टेस्ट वाज ओवर, आई वाज एट अ रैंक ऑफ 64, सॉरी 51, आई वाज एट अ रैंक ऑफ 51, कुछ फ्लैग हट गया था, आई डोंट नो व्हाट हैपेंड, ठीक है, 64 से 51 हो गया था मेरा, कुछ ग्लिच था आई गेस। बट द मोमेंट द कॉन्टेस्ट एंडेड ना, ये मैं बता रहा हूँ, कॉन्टेस्ट से 5 मिनट पहले आई वाज एट अ रैंक ऑफ 64, ओके, कॉन्टेस्ट खत्म हुआ, आई वाज एट अ रैंक ऑफ 100 एंड समथिंग, उससे भी ज्यादा था। दिस इज अ वेरी बेसिक थिंग, मतलब आई थिंक आई वेंट टू 400 समथिंग, ठीक है, तो समझ रहे हो व्हाट इट मींस, इट मींस दैट देयर आर like almost 300 to 400 people were submitting the last question within the last 5 minutes. It's okay, बनता है भाई, लोगों से लास्ट क्वेश्चन बनता है लास्ट मिनट में, ऐसा कुछ नहीं है, क्योंकि वो भी कर रहे हैं, तब से ट्राई कर रहे हैं, फिर जाके लास्ट में बनता है क्वेश्चन। बट जब मैं जाके देख रहा हूँ ना इन लोगों का, वो होता है कैश अपडेट होता है, हाँ वो तो 64 51 वाला मैंने बोला थी, ठीक है, लेकिन ये जो है ना भाई, कैश बता दिया भाई तुमने कैश का वो चीज देखना था मुझे, एक चीज देखना है कैश का, सही चीज याद दिलाया तुमने, टू डू में डाल देता हूँ, ए कैश, EHCHACHE, इट इज लाइक अ पैलिंड्रोम, ठीक है, बहुत सही चीज है, ठीक है, यूज नहीं किया मैंने, इट इज EHCACHE, ठीक है, पैलिंड्रोम है ना ये एक टेक्नोलॉजी, मतलब ये कैशिंग मेथड भी है, जैसे रेडिस है ना वैसे ही है, ठीक है, चलो यार एंड में आ ही गया हम लोग, तो लेट्स डू वन थिंग, रेट कर देते हैं कोड प्रॉब्लम्स को। आज के लिए 3 ही कैटेगरी रहेगा, रिव्यू वो तो बोला ना पर्सनली कर दूंगा, प्राइवेटली करना है ना, पर्सनली करना है ना, फोर्थ वाला यार मैंने देखा ही नहीं यार, पता ही नहीं है मुझे मीडिया में, शिट यार, तुम बोल रहे हो ना, डोंट नो, A was medium, B was hard, C was hard, D का I don't know, ठीक है, D का I don't know, रादर मैं ना इसको ऐसे बताऊंगा, डी ना विल गो इन बिटवीन ऑफ मीडियम एंड हार्ट, एग्जैक्टली मीडियम एंड हार्ट सेक्टर, but I think D will be over here. ठीक है, just मतलब from the number of submissions that I am seeing, D must be over here. ठीक है, तो यही था भाई, कल तो फिर से बैठना है लीड कोड देने, है ना। चलो यार फिर, वैसे तुम लोगों ने ये नहीं बताया थंबनेल कैसा लगा? आई ट्राइड समथिंग न्यू। पुराना वाला थोड़ा ये था कि हाँ लोग बोल रहा था कि हाँ चलो ठीक है, बेटा। ये ना श्राइवर ने एक पोस्ट डाला था, ठीक है, पता नहीं तुम लोग को देखा, देख रहे हैं ना? तो सॉरी इधर हार्ड आ गया, ठीक है, देख रहे हैं ना? ये पोस्ट देख रहे हैं तुम लोग? अबे यार कार, ठीक है, श्राइवर ने एक डाला था पोस्ट, ठीक है, दिस गाय यू सी ओवर हियर, दिस गाय यूज्ड टू कम अप विद एडिटोरियल्स ऑन कोड शेफ लॉन्ग, ठीक है, ये श्राइवर ने डाला है। अब कोड शेफ जो लॉन्ग था ना भाई, वो इट वाज लाइक समथिंग दैट आई यूज्ड टू वेट फॉर अ लॉन्ग टाइम, ठीक है, कि चलो अब कोड शेफ लॉन्ग है, अब मैं बैठूंगा बनाऊंगा, एंड दैट इज द फर्स्ट थिंग, लाइक इफ यू लुक एट माय ओन चैनल, मेरा चैनल है ना, उसमें फर्स्ट थिंग जो मैंने अपलोड किया था वो था कोड शेफ लॉन्ग का सोल्यूशन, ठीक है, जो ऐसे ही मुझे 2 दिन या 3 दिन के अंदर मुझे 100 सब्सक्राइबर्स दे दिया, ठीक है, समझ लो कितना क्रेज था उस टाइम पे। अभी लाइक आई डोंट थिंक कि नॉट मच पीपल, लाइक आई डोंट थिंक कि मच पीपल even watch, I mean even know about code chef long and stuff like that. अब वो ऑब्सोलेट बन चुका है भाई, अब मतलब होता ही नहीं है, कोड शेफ लॉन्ग भी रखना बंद कर दिया, पता है क्यों? जस्ट बिकॉज ऑफ द चीटिंग, जब से ये चीटिंग वाला आया ना सीन, तब से बंद कर दिया। मेरा एक चीज था, मैं शुरू में ये सोच रहा था कि आई विल एक्सप्लेन यू द लॉजिक बट मैं कोड नहीं दूंगा तुमको, ठीक है, तो ये था, बट लेटर ऑन फेल्ट कि नहीं ये भी सही नहीं है, एग्जैक्टली, अभी वाइट कोड कर रहे हैं लोग सीपी को, अब मजा, मुझे भी मजा नहीं आता, ठीक है, अब जस्ट टू कीप अप द पेस विद दैट लाइक सीपी पीपल, वाइट कोडिंग पीपल, अब मुझे भी लगता है कि चलो यार बना लेता हूँ यार, मैं भी वाइट कोड कर लेता हूँ, देख लूंगा कॉन्सेप्ट क्या है, बाद में देखा जाएगा, लेकिन सबमिट नहीं करता हूँ। हाँ ये ऑनेस्ट बात है, अगर मैं देख रहा हूँ ना कि हाँ मुझे वाइट कोड करना है तो मैं सबमिट नहीं करता, मैं बस कोड करता हूँ, मैं देखता हूँ लॉजिक क्या है, अच्छा ठीक है, क्योंकि जो चीज मेरा नहीं है उसके लिए मुझे क्रेडिट चाहिए भी नहीं। ओके, सो फर्स्ट थिंग यू हैव टू नो वन थिंग, कि जो चीज मेरा नहीं है उसके लिए मुझे क्रेडिट चाहिए नहीं, और जो चीज मेरा है उसके लिए अगर मुझे क्रेडिट ना मिले तो भाई जी जान लगा दूंगा, मुझे क्रेडिट चाहिए, ठीक है, सिंपल सी बात है। ओके यार, हो गया, बहुत बहुत पेल दिया ज्ञान, चलो मिलते हैं कल, मिलते हैं यार कल 8 बजे करते हैं वो लीड कोड वाला, ठीक है, आज जल्दी सो भी जाऊंगा मैं, कल उठना है 8 बजे, खाना खाऊंगा 11 बजे है ना, खाना खाऊंगा 11:30 तक सो जाऊंगा आराम से, कल उठूंगा 8 बजे, स्ट्रीम करूंगा 9:30 बजे, फिर चलो और कुछ नहीं करूंगा, डन। 7:30 कौन उठता है भाई, मैं तो उठता हूँ 7:45 को, नहीं ऐसा नहीं है, मजाक कर रहा हूँ, 7:30 हो जाता है, नींद खुल जाता है मेरा, ठीक है, चलो गुड नाइट, गुड नाइट गाइस, बाय।